Hello, my name is Dominic Licavoli and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to take a long road trip in a Tesla Model 3. With me today will be my wife and our two little dogs. We're going to cool California. It'll be about a 990-mile round trip adventure for us. I didn't film the way back, however I did film on the way up, but at the end of this video I'm going to show a clip that shows our total efficiency and the miles driven for this trip, so make sure you stay tuned to the end. Also, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel, and I also have links in the description to this channel for all the aftermarket parts that I put on my car. Let's get road tripping. Got my suitcase, my laptop up front. Okay, in the back we have a stroller for the dogs. Underneath that we have an X pen. We have several bags and suitcases back here. And we've loaded the children with another suitcase there, bags there. Wookie! And then we have the other dog over there. Who needs a Y? Model 3 holds it all. Okay. Doing a road trip from Mission Viejo to Cool, California. It's going to be about 470 miles. And one thing Tesla does very well with its navigation system is it plans your trips and your charging stops. So it has our first stop at Buttonwillow, California, and it's wanting us to charge for 20 minutes and then move forward to Gustine to charge for 30 minutes, and then we'll get to our final destination in Cool, California. Another thing you can do when you're en route is you can just tap on the charging destination where you're supposed to go. So in Buttonwillow there's 5 stalls available out of 10. It charges at 150 kilowatts. It's 38 cents a kilowatt hour, and it's about 171 miles from where we're at. But if we're getting better range and better efficiency, it may reroute us to a charging station further down the road. So we'll check in later as we get further down the road in this road trip. All right, we're here on Santa Clarita, coming up on Santa Clarita, getting ready to go through the Grapevine. So far we're doing pretty well with range. It was showing us getting at Buttonwillow superchargers with 34-35% amount of battery left, so I rerouted us to Kettleman City, which is farther up the road, and currently it's showing us getting up at Kettleman City about 15%. That's going to be a lot better because Buttonwillow was 150 kilowatt hours charging station. Getting there with 34%, it just, just can't maximize the charge rate. Getting there with that high of battery, that highest state of charge on your battery. So getting to Kettleman City at 15%, we're going to be able to, battery's going to be able to prep itself for the charge. We'll be able to charge at 250 kilowatts. It wants us to sit there for about 15 minutes before moving on. But I think we'll be there a little longer just by nature. But by the time we have to use the restrooms and take the doggies for a walk, we're going to be there a good 20-25 minutes anyway. So we're just going to charge while we're there and then move down range. Currently we have 137 miles to go, and on the energy scale here it's showing us with a projected range of 197. So that's good. That'll probably change a little bit because we're going through some serious elevation here. All's good with the watt hours per mile. We're sitting right now at about 263 watt hours per mile, which is really good with these tires that we have. They're not really built for range with EVs, but they're really good for contact on the road and handling in dry and wet weather. They're ultra high performance tire. So anyway, as we get closer to Kettleman City, we'll check in again. Looks like traffic's slowing down here. We're gonna have probably a nice size accident. Maybe not. Maybe someone just broke down and everybody's stopping. Oh yeah, look at that one, got flipped around. And everybody's got to stop and look. Yeah, there you go. Then there's a car over here. Oh, it must have been involved with this motorhome on the right. Yeah. That's going to leave a mark. Coming up on the crest of the grapevine right now, getting ready for that final downhill push into Kettleman City. It's about 109 miles away. We're doing really good with range. Looks like we're going to get there after all the uphill elevation changes. Looks like we're going to get there right now with about 15% state of charge, which is good. Yeah, I'd like to get there with about maybe 10 to 9%, under 10%, but 15% is good enough. Total watt hours per mile right now is about 298. That's not bad considering we just got through climbing up the grapevine. That'll change as we start heading down and start regenerating some electricity back into this battery. I'll do an update when we get down to the bottom of the grapevine. We're coming down, and you'll see here the green bar. We are now regenerating electricity back into the battery. Kettleman City now looks like we're going to be there at 13%, but by the time we get to the bottom of the hill, that should come up. We're sitting at 304 watt hours per mile, which isn't bad considering that elevation we just climbed up. Came up to about 4,000 foot elevation. So not too bad so far. We'll see how we do when we get down to the bottom. We'll see how the range is looking. There's heavy traffic in Los Angeles and the Santa Clarita area, but other than that, it's been a pretty good drive. All right, arriving Kettleman City. We have 9% state of charge, and finishing with about, looks like 271 watt hours per mile. Of course, the last 6 miles I was going at it pretty fast, so that sort of drove it up a little. And looks like we're going to have 25 stalls available. This is one of Tesla's own supercharging stations. They have actually coffee in here, snacks, restroom. They have a gift shop where you can buy Tesla gear. It's pretty nice, and they've got a lot of superchargers. It's right up here on the left. We'll go ahead and pull in, and we'll see how fast we'll be able to charge here. Now, I've never been able to get a full 250 kilowatts charge in here, so it's going to be interesting to see how we do. And I've always charged at this end, so let me see. I'll charge at this end right here. Battery very low.
Mommy gonna take you out. Shh.
Okay, looks like it's starting to speed up a little bit. It's 109 degrees here, so looks like we're going to be charging at 218 kilowatts, 219 kilowatts, 220. Looks like it's slowly going up. I can't imagine. Well, hey, let's give it a few minutes, see how high it gets. Wow, 250 kilowatts, 1,035 miles of range an hour. Awesome. All right, we'll check back in when we leave. Supposed to charge here for 15 minutes. Okay, we're done charging here in Kettleman City. Get back on the road. This first stop was only supposed to be for about 15 minutes, but when I travel with the wife and the dogs, 15 minutes is never enough. We always need more time, and so just about as we finished everything, we were about 25 to 30 minutes into the charge, so we got about 86%. And we're going to be taking off, going to the next stop. It has us going to Gustine, but I may change that because we're going to have too much charge when we get to Gustine. It's showing us as having 43% state of charge when we get to Gustine. So I'm going to go to one a little further up the road, and it'll be our last stop before we head into cool California. I love this Kettleman City supercharging stop. Plenty of snacks, coffee. I needed the coffee. I needed more rest because I worked all night last night, and we left this morning about two hours after I got off work. So the extra time at the stop enables me to just rejuvenate so I can stay awake on the rest of the trip. We're averaging about 270 watt hours per mile right down here, and now we're going back on the I-5 north, and going to be heading on up to Cool. We'll check in a little later. Hope you're all having a great day. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and we'll check in later. Okay, so we did some rerouting. The navigation system had us stopping in Gustine, California to supercharge there. We would have arrived there with about 44% state of charge, and it's really inefficient to stop and charge when you have that high a level of charge on your battery. So as you can see here, you got all these supercharging stations we can choose from. So what I did is I rerouted us to Stockton, which is a V3 supercharging station that charges at 250 kilowatts, and we'll be arriving there with about 12% state of charge on the battery, much like we did at the last one. That's how you drive more efficiently with an electric vehicle, is try to get to the supercharging station with as low state of charge on your battery as possible without draining it. Ideally, I like to stay between about 5 and 10%. On one occasion, I arrived at a supercharger with 3% state of charge on my battery. And for those of you that have gas cars, that's the equivalent of running on fumes. So we'll touch base as we arrive in Stockton and get a little quick review on that as we supercharge. We'll see how fast that supercharging station operates, and see if we can get up to a full 250 kilowatts like we did at the one in Kettleman City. Really surprised me. It's the first time I got 250 kilowatts on a charge in Kettleman City, so they must have done some work on the stations, because I know a lot of other Tesla owners have complained about that. So kudos to Tesla for taking care of that problem and fixing it, and we'll see you in Stockton. Normally when I do these trips, I leave like about 2 or 3 in the morning. I drive at night, no traffic, nobody at the supercharging stations, but I had to work last night, so forced to drive during the day, and we hit all this traffic, but we had some good stretches there where we were able to open it up and get about 80 miles an hour. Still hanging right at 287 watt hours per mile. It's amazing because of all the elevation changes we had, and the fact that I'm running the AC at 68 with the fan speed set at 8. That's been running like that the entire trip. So these lightweight rims from Ultra Ligera, the Oz Racing team, and the aero efficiency kit from Unplugged Performance, I think really has helped tremendously in making this car really efficient with range, especially with the tires that I have on here, the Michelin Pilot Sports All Season 4s, which are great ultra performance tires for great handling in wet and dry weather. Also, it's a staggered set, so the rear rims are 1 inch wider, the rear tires are about 1.5 inches wider than the front tires, so that alone is not range friendly. So real pleased with what I'm getting here in range wise, and so now we're going to just get off in there on the freeway pretty soon and go charge, and we'll see how well this supercharging station works. So far it's been great. Okay, we were moving along pretty good, going about 80 miles an hour, and then we come across this. Looks like a pretty good accident. Hope everyone's okay. Oh man, it's a bad one. Anyway, took a pit stop about an hour back, and got in the car, got back on the freeway, and noticed that the navigation system rerouted me to a different charging station than the one in Stockton where I had planned on going. Apparently it didn't think I was going to have enough energy to make it there, so and it was pretty correct, because I wasn't going to have enough battery to get there, so the navigation system automatically rerouted me, which is what I love about Teslas. It's almost impossible to run out of juice when you're driving a Tesla, because I mean you have to really try hard if you want to do it. But so we're going here to Manteca, California, and we're going to stop there and charge. And there'd be a 150 kilowatt supercharging station. Right now there's 15 stalls available out of 20, and they have all the amenities there as far as restrooms, dining, coffee, and shopping, and Wi-Fi. So far, after 375 miles, we've used 108 kilowatts, and we're averaging about 287 watt hours per mile, which I think is pretty good considering the last half of the trip I've been pushing at 75, 80 miles an hour. First half of the trip we were pretty much at 65. It was hard to go any faster than that because we were stuck in really heavy traffic in Los Angeles and in Santa Clarita, California. Once we got over the Grapevine, I pushed it up to about 70, and then a few miles after that I just pushed it up to 75 and 80, and it's been doing pretty good with range so far. I'm real pleased with those results, especially as fast as we were going, and with all the elevation climb that we had, because we had been going through a lot of different elevation changes, which have a detrimental effect on the range. So anyway, we're going to be pulling into the supercharging station here pretty quick. Okay, we're going to pull in here and charge. Yep. Let's go plug in. right, let's see what kind of rate we're going to get. Oh, good. Look at this. Boom. Right up here at about 139 kilowatts. That's not bad. It's a good charge rate. I'll take it any day of the week. All right. Time to grab a bite to eat, use the facilities. We'll check back in later. We spent about 30 minutes here. That's about how long it took us to take care of everything we needed to take care of. We were only supposed to charge for about 15 minutes. However, like I said earlier, we generally need about 25 to 30 minutes at every stop anyway, so we take full advantage of it. So we have about 103 more miles to go. About an hour and 44 minutes. We're sitting at 287 watt hours per mile after 382.7 miles driven, and we've consumed about 110 kilowatt hours of energy. So that's one of the things I just love about Tesla, and the way the car and the infrastructure are seamless and connected. It makes traveling in a Tesla so much easier. Like I said, the car will reroute you to another supercharging location if it doesn't think you're going to have enough energy to make it to the one that's pre-programmed in. Also, when you're traveling, if you notice that the supercharger that you're scheduled to stop at is full, you can always just go down below here in the lower right hand corner, hit the charging icon, and it pops up all these other supercharging locations that you can pick one and reroute yourself to in order to get to a supercharging station that's not full. It's just unlike anything I've ever seen. I like all the other EVs that are out there, the Audi e-tron, the VW ID4, Mustang Mach-E, the Chevy Bolt. I have nothing against those cars. I think they're all great electric cars and they all have their purpose. However, I think Elon Musk did it right in the beginning by building the infrastructure to support travel with the electric vehicle, and he integrated the supercharging system into the vehicle so that everything is easy. So let's get on the road and get to our final destination. right, well, we finally made it here to cool California. Getting off the freeway here, and we're going to go through some windy mountain roads to our final destination. We ended up with 293 watt hours per mile, 140 kilowatt hours of battery used. So far it's 478.7 miles traveled. The final will be right around 488. Range ticked up a bit from 287 in Manteca because it was all uphill from Manteca here to Cool. That's what caused the slight increase in the watt hours per mile, but still that's pretty good considering the elevation. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and look for more of our videos on our YouTube channel as we proceed.